Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news update. I thought we were told that Romeo Lavia and Reece James were going to be back straight after the international break. We've got a big match coming up against Bournemouth. There's no two ways about it. Let's not take this game lightly one bit. With all the issues that have materialized over the international break in terms of the ownership situation, this game against Bournemouth, it's a must win, man, to keep all the people quiet in the media, just to give us a little bit of belief in the fan base as well. This match against Bournemouth, you drop points, I think it's only going to multiply and amplify the whole negative situation that's brewing around the football club with the ownership matter. So I thought straight after the international break, it's going to be business as usual with the likes of Romeo Lavia coming back, with the likes of Reece James coming back. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, this seems to be an issue. I mean, what do these journalists mean when they say, oh, it's a minor injury, they're going to be back soon? Yet some of these players end up missing 4, 5, 6 games. Reece James was going to miss the first 3 games anyway due to being suspended. And then later on, he picked up an injury. Well, not even later on. Throughout the preseason, he wasn't the greatest. And during the preseason, I believe he picked up a slight injury, which then stopped him from training with the first team, which obviously cancelled each other out because he was suspended. Now international break is over. He was meant to be back, yet he's not been seen in the training ground yet. Yes, there's still one more training day left before the Bournemouth game, but I can't see how he's going to be fit enough to feature against Bournemouth. And he's the club captain, man, Reece James. He's the club captain, and we barely see this guy. It's come to the point where it's starting to become a little bit of a nuisance. I mean, what's the point of having a captain that's not going to be around? Now with Romeo Lavia as well, ladies and gentlemen. Romeo Lavia is, during the preseason, he was one of our best midfielder, if not the best midfielder. In fact, one of the best players in the preseason altogether. Has a really good match against Manchester City, even though we lost. And then since then, he's disappeared as well. And now he's still not in training. What has happened? No one even knows what went wrong with Romeo Lavia this time. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, Enzo Fernandez and Moses Caicedo are not to be seen in training today. Understandable, they were in South America playing those international matches, so perhaps due to travel, they're not involved. But at what capacity are they going to be involved moving into this Bournemouth game? Can they both start, knowing that they'll only have one training session before the Bournemouth game? They may have to, or else we have a distinct issue in midfield. You're going to have to start doing some makeshift stuff. You're going to have to put Renato Vega as probably the deepest midfielder. You need probably even Cucurella to invert in, or whoever is on the right side, Malo Gusto. There was some rumors just before the international break started that Malo Gusto might have picked up something against Crystal Palace. So hopefully Malo Gusto is fully fit. I think there were some pictures that he is fully fit. But you do need one of the fullbacks to potentially invert. Keenan Dewsbury Hall probably needs to play in midfield. Look, it's not the best way to prepare for Bournemouth. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to potentially no Romeo Lavia, no Reece James still in the training pictures, and most likely they're not going to be part against Bournemouth. And of course, question marks in regards to Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, well, obviously this news didn't have Reece James's name in there. No Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo pictured in training. Enzo and Caicedo likely due to travel. Lavia unknown. And then Chelsea Dodgers put out a comment saying no sign of Lavia or James. So there you go. Reece James pictures not being seen in the training ground. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, source. We'll start from the first one, which is this one. A source on Chelsea's pathway. They feel there is no pathway and they will just get lost in the machine. They don't trust that there is a pathway for them to the first team at Chelsea anymore, coming from Sammy Mogbil. At the moment, a lot of the players feel like they are just treated as vehicles for Chelsea to trade their way out of PSR issues like Conor Gallagher was. Look, I am not shocked if the Chelsea Academy players feel this way. Yes. I mean, so far it looks like if you're somewhat of a good player from the academy, you are going to be utilized as a money-making machine, pure profit. Um, yes, we can say that we still got, Levi Colwell in our team. We still got Reece James, is not available, but still from the academy. We've given Tariq George and Achapong opportunities, but how much of this is really going to materialize into proper first team opportunities? So I've got no qualms. I've actually got no, I fully understand them, why they don't feel connected. I fully get it. It every transfer window comes around, we buy several players and we don't seem to give opportunities to these players. And then when we buy all of these several players, we end up selling them anyway down the track. David Datra Fofana, a classic case, which we're going to get to. Chasere Cassidy, who might feature in midfield during the weekend against Bournemouth. Who knows? Kani Chukwuemeka is another one on the outer. We brought him in. Now he's on the outer. So we have to have a proper plan. I guess these are the issues with Baghdad Iqbali running the show at the moment. I'm not saying don't go out there and do the business and buy players. Of course, do that. But I think there needs to be a good balance of the talented players in the academy needs to be given opportunities in this, especially the group stage, the league stage matches that are coming up against in the conference league. I think they fully need to be integrated as much as games as possible. I'm not saying absolutely, litter the starting lineup with academy players. No, but have a few places available for the academy players to express themselves. However, having said that, I think this is the issue. Even if you do allow them to express themselves, some of these academy players, they feel like there is no future. And by showcasing their talent, it only is probably going to mean that you're going to get sold. We did that with the player that went to Leicester during the transfer window, Michael Golding. He looked promising last season, the bits and pieces that he got from Pochettino. So, look, I get it. And any youngsters that are getting touted by Chelsea Football Club, I would think twice. If I was a youngster getting poached by Chelsea, I'd think twice that what is my future at Chelsea? Look at Angelo Gabriel. He's in Saudi Arabia now. Do you know what I mean? Look at all the players. Billy Gilmore is one that I feel like, wow, he's in Napoli now. How has that happened? And the list goes on. Look at the way we treat Chalobah. Look at, Armando Broja, so on and so forth. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to the academy. Do you understand where these academic players are coming from and feeling this way? Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Chilwell has not been kept fully away from the first team squad as other players were. He has trained away when Maresca has a full squad, but has been brought back when there have been injuries or absences to help make up the numbers. So, look, he's not completely banished, but at the same time, it seems like he's a part-time player now. Ben Chilwell is a part-time casual player. Whenever we need you, we give him a buzz. Ben, come on, fill up the space. I don't know if this is ideal for him. I don't understand why this guy is not doing his level best to find a club outside. Turkey would have been nice. Turkey really would have been nice. Some really good Turkish teams out there. Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, Besiktas, Istanbul. Like, give yourself an opportunity. Go out on loan if need be. I think there is still a couple of loan spots available, international loan spots. But not to be. He's happy to be a part-time casual player. Chilwell is hoping to be included in Chelsea's 25-man Premier League squad. Chelsea must submit their Premier League squad on Friday. Look, maybe he might be part of it, but Maresca has said, you're not going to see minutes, mate. When there's Renato Vega and Cucurella, you're not going to see minutes unless there's injuries. He's not even part of the Conference League team, which I found it a bit odd. Maybe we could have placed him there. But on the flip side as well, we have to question, why hasn't Ben Chilwell done his level best to leave the football club as well? Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Enzo Fernandez was on international duty, meaning let's check out the first tweet on that. Enzo Fernandez will escape punishment by the FA for his role in a discriminatory social media video due to technicality in disciplinary procedure. So you guys all know the shenanigans that he got up to in international Copa America, the racist video that was out there talking down on French players, especially Mbappe, well, French black players, that is. Enzo Fernandez was on international duty, meaning it is a matter for FIFA and CONMEBOL, not the English FA. So this news is coming about, ladies and gentlemen, off the back of Bentancur. There's reports that Bentancur from Spurs, who might be facing 6 to 12 weeks of suspension from the Premier League due to recent incident. I don't know exactly what the incident is, but I think he might have said something racist towards Son, maybe South Koreans. I don't know the exact situation. Let me know in the comment section. I've not done the full research, but a lot of people are saying, why is he getting, banned so heavily? Well, looks like he's going to get banned that way. Why is he getting treated in that manner and not Enzo Fernandez? And looks like Enzo Fernandez is not getting treated in that manner because of technicality, because it was an international situation, whereas Bentancur was in the Premier League. So, look, if Enzo Fernandez was suspended for 6 to 12 matches, maybe, yeah, perhaps he needed to learn that lesson. Maybe it would have been fruitful. It would have taught him forever that not to do that again. But I still do believe he's most likely not going to do that. However, yes, the punishment doesn't seem to be adequate. Bentancur possibly getting a huge punishment, whereas Enzo Fernandez looks like has escaped punishment. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, some David Datra Fofana news. David Datra Fofana is going to Göztepe in Turkey. So as I said, Turkish transfer window is still open for a week. Ben Chilwell should be trying his best to do something about it. However, he's not. David Datra Fofana looks like we are doing our level best to move this player on. Now we are looking in Turkey, a particular team called Göztepe in Turkey on loan plus option to buy for 20 million. I don't know how we are slapping 20 million price, and where are these clubs, Göztepe, are going to get 20 million to buy someone like David Datra Fofana? Like Göztepe, like you can understand if it was Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, Besiktas, Istanbul. Göztepe, like, this would probably be their record signing. I don't know. I feel like something like this would be a record signing. And why would they do a record signing on a player that they know very little about? Chelsea can recall him in January if necessary, so it could still potentially be a problem for us down the track. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the latest. Let me know your thoughts in regards to specifically the injury concerns in regards to Reece James, Romeo Lavia, and potentially we may not have Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo start against Bournemouth. It's looking peak. It's looking peak. Smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone, take care. See ya. Goodbye.